Thanks so much, Leanne. So I'd just like to ask you, what did you want to be when you were growing up? For me, it was paleontology, but perhaps an astronaut, teacher, perhaps even a doctor. But 10-year-old Sipho Ndaliso dreams of being a vet. And he isn't letting his tender age stop him from reaching his dreams, even if that means starting off by caring for all the animals in the coastal town of Hermanus, with the selfless help of the Hermanus Animal Welfare Society.
They say that a hero isn't measured by his strength, but rather the strength of his heart, of his character. Well, it would seem that Hermanus has found themselves a hero in the truest sense of the word, and set against a very unlikely backdrop. Oh, and did I mention, he is just 10 years old.
Initially, I was like, I've got to be dreaming. This can't actually be real. Our receptionist and I were busy sorting some thorny paper issues out, and suddenly we see this pair of little hands come above the desk, and we both lean forward, and there's Sipho. He's now arrived, and he just said, "Ndifuna dog more," or "Ndifuna leash," and that loosely translates to, "I want dog food," or "I want a leash."
The first time I saw Sipho, it was himself and a few other guys, but with a retinue of animals behind them. And they just popped up in here to visit us. And then Sipho had a request of dog food. He said he needs some dog food for his dogs. So that was the first time that I met him.
Maybe you can ask him, what was the motivation to do this? Does he just love dogs? Is he a born hero?
I hate them.
Okay, now Sipho says he brought these other dogs with him for his friends, but his main target was for his dogs to be saved first.
I love it.
Sipho is such a charismatic little fellow. He starts wrangling these flocks of other little boys and girls with their puppies. And it's so funny watching it. Sipho comes in and he starts skelling. He starts yelling at these little girls and boys, "Your dog, go there, go there, go there." And he's marshalling brilliantly. He keeps us in line as well. Hey, he reprimands us if we don't have the stuff. He's a funny little guy.
Some youngsters now are now following his footsteps, because they also come here if they've got some sick animals. They bring them to us for injections, vaccinations, and other checkups. So I think it's a good example to the community.
We're a welfare. I've got to make sure that everything balances. How do I pay and how do I keep Sipho caring and able to care? I explained to him, I said, it costs a bit of money, Sipho. He says, okay. As you guys established, he's a chap of few words, and he goes away. And the next day, literally the next day, he comes straight after school. He says, "I want job." Sipho had thought long and hard about it. Yes, it's perfectly sensible, it costs money, but he doesn't have money. How can he help us? He can work for us. And he gets a broom and he starts sweeping.
When Sipho came here the other day, I was with my manager there in the front office, and he came and said he was looking for something to do. We were both surprised, and then my manager thought maybe he wanted some payment in exchange for the work that he's going to do. And then he said to us, "No, I don't intend to get any payment. All I need is, after this work, I need some dog food." He liked the dogs because they protect him from intruders. One of his dogs was stabbed in the middle of the night. He was not able to see who did that. They only woke up the following day to see that one of the dogs was stabbed.
Sipho comes in and he's got tears pouring out of his eyes, and I can see as he comes in the front gate, the dog in a donkey lift over his shoulders. And I picked the dog up. Considering the miracle we'd done with his previous dog, he was expecting the same here. And it was very difficult to explain to him that this time we couldn't save the baby. Sipho's drive is more than Sipho. It's the whole concept of a community's animals properly cared for. We want this to be a project that has legs, that can continue to help and continually serve as an example going forward.
Well, clearly following Sipho's example, I've got to put in a lot more hard work before I can officially call myself one of the pack. But just spending a few seconds with these beautiful pups, I can see how he has transformed their lives. And moreover, how he is transforming an entire community every day.
Sipho dreams of becoming a vet, so the Hermanus Animal Welfare Society have put out an appeal for donations. And we're excited to announce that Hills will be donating 5,000 Rand to his dog turf fund to help him achieve his dreams. They also support the Hermanus Animal Welfare Society with regular food donations so that Sipho and his friends can feed their dogs the best. If you want to add a contribution to Sipho's dog turf fund, visit the Hermanus Animal Welfare Society Facebook page for more information or call Lenka on 028 312 1281.
When he's healthier, he's happier. And a dog's tail never lies. Give him the science of happy, found in Hills, the brand recommended by vets worldwide.